Hello and welcome to a very special segment of Top Apps. Zach here, and Selamat Hari Raya to everyone out there who's celebrating. And today we're gonna have not one, not two, but three apps out just for you, so we can get into the Raya mood, but also not get carried away. So what's the first app I'm gonna look at? Well, it's called MyFitnessPal. Now don't worry, I'm not gonna tell you all to work out now that we're all having lots of feasts and makan time, but I'm gonna just ask that you don't get too carried away, because for those of us who are going from open house to open house to open house, we might end up overeating, and that's not good for anyone. In MyFitnessPal, it's gonna be a bit of a calorie counter, a bit of a suggestion thing, a bit of a reminder thing, but I want you to have a look at it and let's see if it's actually gonna help you out. First of all, it's on Android and iOS and it's free. There's a lot of calorie counters out there. So what sets this apart is that over time, I did look at this app a long time ago, and one problem was that it didn't have a lot of local dishes. But now I've looked into it and it's got everything local. It's got thousands of dishes, and just as a testament to the number of dishes it even has Tempoyak. That's right, you can even list Tempoyak in there. If you're having Tempoyak for Hari Raya, then you can definitely track it on here. But what's the app all about? Well, basically, it's a really intuitive, really nice app which sort of calculates what you're eating every day and how much you should be eating. And what's nice about it is when you start up the app, and it asks you a few questions like how much weight do you want to lose, how much weight you are now, and how intensive do you want this weight loss to be. And it is not all about working out, it's more about diet control, and it's just sort of controlling what you eat, which is very important in this celebration season where we might be eating a lot. But another cool feature of this app is that, just scientifically speaking, you're more likely to lose weight if you're connected to friends, if you're trying to lose weight with someone. Besides that, under nutrition, when you add these foods to your diet, it actually lists out all the nutritional contents and how much it's providing for your recommended daily intake, and there's a lot of data behind all of this stuff. And you can set reminders to make sure you're on track and all of that. And one cool feature that I really like is, let's say, here's what I've been eating today. At the bottom, once you're done with the day, you can press complete this entry, and it will actually say, if you ate like this every day, you will lose how much weight or gain how much weight over how many days. So overall, this MyFitnessPal is very in-depth, very detailed. There's even a blog on the homepage where you can get recipes, you can get information and articles, and here you can meet the community, visit the forums and all of that. And finally, the great feature about this app is it's not just stuck on the smartphone, it's on multiple devices, it's on your tablet. There's even a website, you can run your same account, it syncs all up, iOS, Android, PC, Macintosh, browser, all of that. All right, moving on to the second app of today. Now, when it comes to Hari Raya, there's a few things that involve money. All this money stuff can be a little daunting, and you could end up wasting a lot of money. So, is there an app for all of this budgeting and checking how much money you have? Well, yes, it is. It's called Goodbudget. Basically, what it does is it's going to help you keep track of your expenses in terms of how much income you're getting, and also it helps you plan for the future so you don't get any sudden surprises and sudden need for money. So let's go into the app and see how it's actually going to keep track of all of that cash. So what's so special about Goodbudget? Well, again, it's on iOS, Android and PC, and basically it works on this principle of envelope budgeting. But this, of course, is a digital alternative, and Goodbudget sort of follows the same principles of allowing you to come up with all the things you want to spend for, and also set your income and then split how much money you have in each of these envelopes. And then as you go through the month or weeks, or you can set it to by month, by week, twice a month, that sort of thing, you sort of fill up these envelopes, you have transactions, and then you pay for things from different envelopes. So for example, I have my food budget, I ordered pizza, and that is deducted from my food envelope. These green bars are what's left, how much money is left in there. And it is sort of a incentive to not spend. There's just this little line right through the middle of the bar where it sort of indicates the halfway point, and you just sort of feel like you want to keep it above that halfway point. Though of course, in some cases, for example, when you've allocated just enough to pay your bills, just enough to pay your rent, then obviously that's just going to finish up your bar. You can share the same budget with different people and they can access it differently. So you could be on the tablet, someone else could be on the mobile phone, and someone else could be on the computer, and they're going through the budget and sharing this budget and making sure everyone is on the same page as to how much money is actually being spent. When it comes to inputting the numbers, one just small, really nice thing that I really like, let's say, for example, you want to enter in a new amount. Anytime you need to enter in an amount, it doesn't just bring up the keyboard, but it brings up a calculator. So for example, I'm going to add a transaction here. Let's say I'm buying 5 of something that's worth 13 ringgit. I can just go 5 times 13, okay, and it puts it right in there. So you don't have to bother counting in your head or writing it down or doing calculations or opening up, worst of all, a separate calculator app to do your calculations and then add it into your budget. You can just do the calculations straight in there. And this app overall is not the most sophisticated budgeting app out there, but I find its simplicity is actually really nice, and just the way that the whole concept of envelope budgeting is more interesting and it makes more sense. So overall, I definitely have to recommend this app for all your budgeting needs this month. Give it a try. It's free. It's on all sorts of platforms, even the PC. So go check it out. Okay, now for the third app for this segment. So, when it comes to Hari Raya greetings, it is sort of a tradition to send a greeting card, and I remember back at home stringing up all the greeting cards that we get along the banister of the staircase or just all over the house. Just put the greeting cards all over the place because it's part of the decoration, part of the charm of Hari Raya. Well, in today's day and age of modern digital technologies, these cards don't really get sent much anymore, but it doesn't mean we don't have to stop sending greeting things to each other. There's an app for video greetings where it's called Slidely Show. What it does is it allows you to record video or compile images into a short video or a long video and do some cool stuff to it. And I just find that it's going to be a really great idea to send these instead of a boring email or those pre-templated cards out there. So let's jump into Slidely and see if it's really as cool as I'm making it out to be.
Let's get lost in the city. We'll find a highway and just drive for miles and miles. Get high like we mean it.
The nice thing about Slidely is that it's sort of intuitive at times, but again, this is sort of a simplified app based on some of the other apps they have. Slide.ly is a domain that you can visit, and Slidely actually has a whole range of apps and features that you can do. So starting out here, when you open the app, it just opens up your image and video gallery. Now, this is actually quite nice where it goes straight to the video, image and video gallery, and you can just access what you want and then you can send it off to the video editing phase. But this phase, I do find it's lacking a filter button. It sort of dumps all your images and videos together. So finding what you want, if you're looking for something that's a lot older, you might have to scroll down quite far to find what you're looking for. Well, I'm just going to pick some random pictures here from my collection. So I'm going to take this and a few other images, and I'm going to press next here. And the next stage is to pick what kind of theme you're going for. So here you have the standard greetings, Mother's Day, dance in public, I love you. Now it does actually come with its small selection of music, and then name your greeting. You can just name it for your record purposes. Then it starts producing the video. It starts rendering the video on your device. For large videos, might take a long time to produce. One cool feature about the length of these videos is that it's set up for your social media. So if you are a big Vine user or a big Instagram user, you can use this to produce the video, and there you go. My pictures of Durian and Totoro collecting moments, not things, because there's my video of Totoro there. So overall, Slidely is a great app. Check out the app, check out the website, see what else they have to offer. Really, really cool.